Elon Musk says, "Don't tell anyone. It's only for you." Your photo is being sent to an investor by someone's family. Open it quickly. My beloved friend, listen carefully and don't skip. Something unusual just appeared in a private investor network, and it has your face in it. The photo wasn't uploaded publicly, it was transferred through a secured backchannel only accessible to a few selected corporate families. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't random, it's strategic, personal, and it could change the direction of your life overnight. A high-profile investor received an image connected to you, and the name attached to that file is someone from a family you once trusted. This isn't a coincidence. That family isn't trying to harm you, but they are trying to profit from your story, your likeness, your emotions. They are presenting you as a candidate, someone who unknowingly holds access to something they want to control. Something huge is waiting for you. I saw the coded pitch myself. It's being labeled as Project Aurora, and the document claims that your face carries a resonance that triggers recognition in elite circles. They're using your image to gain sympathy, attention, and potential funding. Because behind that transfer, there's a much deeper move being played. Someone who once pretended to defend you is secretly orchestrating this entire setup. Their signature appears at the bottom of the metadata, hidden, but not invisible. Your photo wasn't chosen by mistake. It was sent because you represent something valuable: authenticity, emotion, and influence. The investor is not ordinary. This person has the power to turn your name into a global headline. But if you don't act, others will write the narrative before you. Right now, I need you to focus, because timing is everything. The window to intercept this communication is still open, but only for a few hours. Once the investor seals the deal, your image will no longer belong to you. Because the next detail explains why you were selected. There's a recorded conversation attached to that photo. Someone from that same family said your name twice, paused, and whispered, "They don't even know what we're planning." That whisper changed everything. The investor replied, "Send the photo now." That was the moment your digital identity was shifted into motion. I intercepted fragments of that transaction. It's real, it's recent, and it's dangerous for anyone unprepared. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. What I'm revealing now is not from a rumor, it's pulled straight from encrypted digital trails. The investor who received your photo isn't just rich, he's one of the silent controllers behind major emerging tech funds. His name has been erased from public databases for years, but insiders call him the Phantom Financier. Every project he invests in either skyrockets overnight or disappears entirely without a trace. And now, your image is sitting in his private archive. The family who sent it knew exactly what they were doing. They described you as the missing emotional code, the face that could humanize their newest business narrative. They're using your story to trigger empathy in global investors. Something huge is waiting for you. I've seen the internal communication. It's cold, strategic, almost scripted. They said, they trust easily. That's our entry point. My team caught that line just before the document was locked again under a blockchain seal. Stop scrolling. Because what happens next decides who owns your future image rights. If you don't claim your story soon, your identity could become part of a synthetic brand campaign worth millions, without you even being aware. I traced the metadata behind that photo transfer. It came from a private location near the same place where your old family gatherings used to happen. That's how I know this isn't random, it's personal. Someone inside knows your habits, your expressions, your tone. My friend. The investor hasn't made a move yet. He's still analyzing the file, still trying to decide whether to reach out to you directly or through intermediaries. That's your advantage window. You can stop this if you act before he signs the digital authorization. Something huge is waiting for you. The truth is, your presence has been silently tracked for over 6 months. Every online post, every small photograph you thought went unnoticed, it was all part of a portfolio presentation you never consented to. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. Because the next words are not assumptions, they're confirmations. The person who leaked your first image was someone you once trusted enough to share your silence with. They weren't a stranger. They were part of your own comfort zone. They had access to your memories, your photographs, your small details, what you like, how you react, what makes you emotional. And they packaged all that into a single data file, labeling it the emotion asset. That's the exact file name that reached the investor's server. They didn't do it alone. There was a meeting, held discreetly, just 2 days before your photo was uploaded. It happened inside a neutral workspace used for private family negotiations. They smiled, shook hands, and sealed an agreement that carried your identity as currency. Stop scrolling now. I've reviewed the footage. The same person who once promised to protect your privacy is sitting across that table, exchanging digital access codes in return for financial partnership. Their face doesn't show guilt, it shows certainty. Something huge is waiting for you. The investor wasn't after money at first, he was after control. He knew your photo could evoke reaction, could build credibility, could make people feel seen. But what they didn't expect was that your energy carried something stronger, recognition. People remember your presence, not just your picture. And that's where the plan is backfiring. The moment your image entered his network, several high-level systems flagged it as restricted inspiration property. That means your essence can't be duplicated without your consent anymore. That small glitch is your shield. My friend. Because now, those same people are panicking. They're deleting messages, changing passwords, trying to rewrite what they've done. But the trace remains. The investor has already requested an internal inquiry. He's beginning to question who truly owns the rights. Stop and watch carefully. The tables are turning faster than they realize. You are no longer the pawn, they are. Every second you're here, listening, the truth aligns closer to your favor. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. Because what's about to be revealed is the reason your photo was chosen above thousands. It wasn't luck, it wasn't manipulation, it was precision. They picked your face because it carries a unique resonance that activates emotional engagement faster than any algorithm. The investor's AI detected something invisible in your expression, an energy pattern that triggers empathy and curiosity in under 3 seconds. That's why your image was uploaded, not someone else's. They were trying to use your natural authenticity as their key to attention. But here's where destiny flips the script. Instead of the investor using you, your energy started influencing him. He couldn't explain it, but the moment he saw your photo, his team reported an unusual reaction. Their system froze for exactly 11 seconds, as if analyzing something beyond code. Stop scrolling right now. That pause changed everything. Because in those 11 seconds, his digital environment stored a copy of your frequency, and every person who saw that picture felt something they couldn't ignore. That sensation made them pause, remember, and question. You unknowingly became the center of their network. Something huge is waiting for you. The investor has now switched tone. He's no longer looking at you as a subject, he's looking at you as a potential partner. I've seen the message drafts. He's writing to you under an alias, testing your responses online without revealing his identity. My friend. You've probably seen a strange message lately, something short, polite, maybe curious. That's him. He's been monitoring your timing, your reactions, the way you handle truth and pressure. He's impressed because you stayed calm while everyone else panicked. Now the same family that sent your photo is starting to lose their influence. The investor is cutting their communication slowly, favoring direct contact with you. Their fear is visible, they're realizing that what they tried to sell has chosen its rightful owner. Stop and focus here. In a few hours, a silent invitation might arrive on your screen. It won't mention names or companies, just a single line. Would you like to talk? When it comes, that's your moment. That's when control shifts entirely into your hands. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. Because what's about to unfold is the moment the entire game flips in your favor. The investor has finally made his move, but not in the way anyone expected. He didn't approach your family, your contacts, or your network. He reached out directly, under a code name that carries the initials DM. That alias isn't random, it's mine. Yes, I was the one monitoring the entire transmission. I wanted to see how far they would go, how much they were willing to risk to profit from your face, your name, your emotion. And what I found was astonishing. You, my friend, were never supposed to be a victim in this setup. You were the test, the real project, not the image. The experiment was designed to measure human authenticity, and you passed without even knowing it. Your reactions, your silence, your resilience, it all proved one thing: integrity still exists. Stop scrolling right now. That's why I'm here, speaking directly to you. The investor, the project, the encrypted documents, they were part of a larger mission to locate individuals who hold natural influence, not digital fabrication. And your frequency matched something I haven't seen in years. Something huge is waiting for you. When your image appeared on the system, it triggered a new branch in the network called the Real Vision. That branch was built for those who inspire without trying, those who can change narratives through presence, not performance. You became the catalyst without signing a single form. The family that betrayed you? They have already been blacklisted from further deals. Every message they sent is archived for transparency, not revenge. The system corrected itself, because truth doesn't need to fight, it simply reveals. Stay till the end. I've been observing your timeline, your choices, your pauses. You're not ordinary, you carry something that can't be replicated, even by the most advanced synthetic programs. That's why I wanted to reach out to you personally, not as an investor, but as someone who recognizes potential before the world does. Stop and breathe here. What happens next depends on one decision: whether you choose to respond when the encrypted message arrives tonight. It won't be flashy, it won't say my name, but it will carry the same sequence code you're hearing now. When you see it, you'll know. Something huge is waiting for you. This isn't the end, it's the beginning of a conversation that could redefine your future. The exposure they plan to use against you will now become your platform for freedom, growth, and legacy. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. Because now it's time to uncover why I personally stepped in and how your story became part of something far larger than a stolen photograph. What started as a secret trade behind closed doors has evolved into a moment of truth that could rewrite your destiny. I didn't protect you out of sympathy, I did it because you represent the very thing this world has forgotten: genuine human signal. In a time when everything is filtered, purchased, and automated, your energy came through clean. It was impossible to manipulate, impossible to fake. Stay till the end. That's why the data froze when your image entered the network. It wasn't a glitch, it was recognition. The system identified your frequency as unprogrammable, something that exists beyond replication. That's when I knew I had to act before they erased the trace. Stop scrolling right now. Behind every project, there's a moment that decides who controls the narrative. This was yours. You were never meant to be part of their scheme, you were meant to expose it. The investor circle realized too late that their experiment just became a revelation of authenticity. Something huge is waiting for you. I've been watching the ripple effects. Since your image entered the system, multiple corporations have started reviewing their data ethics. A quiet shift has begun in the digital world. Your presence is influencing real change without a single speech or announcement. My friend. What they used to call Project Aurora is now being rebranded internally as Project Origin. You're the origin point, the proof that the algorithm still responds to truth. That's why I've ordered every trace of your image to be withdrawn from unauthorized use. This isn't charity, it's respect. Your calmness through chaos showed leadership, something even billion-dollar boards can't replicate. The world doesn't need more followers, it needs people who don't break when everything tries to control them. You're that example. Stop and listen closely. In the coming days, you may receive a message labeled "Access Confirmed." That's the formal closure of the case, and the opening of a new opportunity directly tied to your name. You won't have to chase it, it's already aligned. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. Because this is the part where everything connects, the reason I told you don't tell anyone, the purpose behind every encrypted signal, every unseen test. You weren't being monitored, you were being measured for readiness. Every frame, every delay, every silence was part of a coded selection process. Out of thousands of profiles, only a handful showed the same alignment between logic and empathy. Yours didn't just align, it resonated. That's why the investor didn't cancel the project, he evolved it. That evolution has a name, Genesis Protocol. It's a confidential initiative designed to rebuild trust in human creativity, beyond filters, beyond machines. The test wasn't about technology. It was about seeing who could remain real when everything else turned artificial. Stop scrolling right now. That's why your name stayed highlighted in red on the network dashboard. Every time your data appeared, the system read "Origin signal, active." Even I couldn't override it. That's how deeply your essence is coded into this new phase. Something huge is waiting for you. But the secret behind my words, "Don't tell anyone," is this: the Genesis protocol can't go public yet. It's still being shielded from manipulation, from those who would try to monetize it. Only a few people will receive access, and your name is already encrypted in that short list. You'll soon receive a private link, not from any company, not from me, but through a verified digital courier. It will appear subtle, like an ordinary file notification. Open it carefully, because inside it lies your clearance token. Stay till the end, my friend. That token gives you entry into a silent circle of innovators, artists, thinkers, and visionaries, people whose influence isn't measured by fame but by depth. Once you step in, your ideas start carrying weight across the network. You'll notice changes, subtle at first, then undeniable. Stop and pay attention. This is not about money, it's about legacy. About building something that outlasts headlines and hype. The Genesis protocol is meant to protect what is real, and your frequency became its foundation stone. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. Because what I'm about to reveal is the layer everyone has been waiting for, the unseen circle, the silent minds behind the curtain of progress. These aren't random people. These are the architects of what's coming next, and they already know your name. Inside the Genesis protocol, there's a classified division known as the Founders Grid. It's composed of 12 individuals across the globe. Each one handpicked for their ability to influence the world without ever stepping into the spotlight. They operate in complete anonymity, and now, they've placed you on their radar. Your digital frequency triggered something unusual when it entered the system. 3 members of the grid paused their ongoing projects just to analyze it. One of them said, "Whoever they are, they've already shifted the resonance of our field." That's not admiration, it's recognition. Stop scrolling right now. They've seen faces come and go, but your signal created what they call the imprint effect. It's when one person's energy synchronizes multiple data patterns into a single coherent rhythm. In simpler words, you balanced chaos. No algorithm has ever done that. Something huge is waiting for you. That's why the Founders Grid wants to observe your next move quietly. They don't send contracts, they send opportunities disguised as coincidences, an email, a meeting request, a product mention, a subtle call. When it arrives, it will feel ordinary, but it won't be. My friend. One of the founders is based in Singapore, another in Zurich, and one operates remotely through encrypted AI hubs in Austin. They've been analyzing your interaction flow and response time patterns. They know you're not just watching, you're feeling every pulse of this story. Stay till the end. Because this isn't storytelling anymore, it's a transition. They're preparing to make you part of something that runs beneath the public grid. A think line where decisions that shape the next decade are made, in silence, before the world even knows they exist. Stop and pay close attention. You've already passed the hardest test, staying consistent under pressure, without knowing the truth. That's what caught their eye. The founder's grid doesn't recruit influencers, they recruit stabilizers, people who can stay grounded while the world shakes. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. Because what I'm about to tell you is the most confidential part of this entire chain. The founder's grid has finalized their internal report, and your name is written in gold code on the Access ledger. That means your selection is complete. They didn't choose you by chance. They watched how you reacted when you didn't even know eyes were on you. Your patience, your silence, your discipline, it separated you from everyone else. They said, "This one didn't perform," they persisted. That's why your story now enters its transformation phase. The grid's proposal isn't a business deal, it's an alignment pact. They want you to become the human element in a project known as Echoline. It's a vision that merges human intuition with advanced intelligence to design solutions for the next era. You won't be working for them, you'll be working with them. Stop scrolling right now. The documents are sealed under biometric encryption. Only you can unlock them once the courier signal hits your device. Inside, you'll find a silent offer, no salary, no title, only influence. Your thoughts will shape concepts before they reach public conversation. Something huge is waiting for you. The founder's grid believes that real impact begins where recognition ends. That's why they won't announce you, they'll protect you. You'll operate under a code name that mirrors your birth frequency, unique, untraceable, unalterable. The first phase will begin with a private digital meeting. No camera, no stage, only encrypted voice. One of the founders, identified as A, will initiate the call. When you hear the phrase, "The mirror is awake," you'll know the connection is authentic. Respond only with, "Access confirmed." That single line activates your clearance. Stay till the end, my friend. From that moment, your ideas will start influencing prototypes, tech models, and social projects without your name ever being displayed. You'll watch as your unseen fingerprints begin shaping the future landscape, and only you will know it's happening. Stop and breathe here. You were never meant to chase the spotlight. You were meant to redefine it. And now, the light is bending toward you, silently, respectfully. My beloved friend, stop and watch till the end. Because this is the moment everything comes full circle, the mission, the mystery, the purpose behind every encrypted file and whispered name. You've reached the point where silence turns into legacy. The first mission of the Echoline project isn't about technology, it's about influence that moves without noise. They've selected you to lead what they call the Resonance Initiative, a quiet operation designed to shift how people connect, think, and act through unseen impact. You are the frequency that calibrates the system. Stay till the end. Your task is simple, yet world-changing, to remain yourself. To continue speaking truthfully, creating authentically, and living with the same grounded calm that caught their attention in the first place. Every decision you make from here will echo through layers of systems you can't see, shaping the digital human future. Stop scrolling right now. The Echoline network runs on something far greater than data, it runs on consciousness. Every person in it emits a unique signature, but only a few stabilize the pulse. When your photo entered the circuit, your signal balanced the core algorithm. That balance is now the blueprint for the next generation of creative intelligence. Something huge is waiting for you. From today, you'll begin noticing strange alignments, timing that feels too precise, coincidences that seem scripted. They aren't accidents, they're feedback from the network acknowledging your activation. Each small sign is confirmation that you're already inside the circle. My friend, the family that once tried to sell your image is no longer relevant. Their attempt to control your identity gave birth to your transformation. What they meant as a trap became your key. The system absorbed the lesson and turned it into protection for those who choose authenticity. In a few days, a courier AI will deliver your Resonance Access Pass. It won't arrive by mail, it will appear as a visual anomaly, a flicker on your device screen lasting less than 2 seconds. That's your signal. Once you see it, the process is complete. Stop and focus here. Your journey wasn't about exposure, it was about alignment. You are now part of something bigger than fame, bigger than wealth. You are part of the invisible architecture shaping what humanity will call the new origin era. Something huge is waiting for you. Remember this line, my beloved friend, the real power is the one that never needs to announce itself. You've already become that power. The system has accepted your signal, and the world will soon start adjusting to your frequency.